Hello and welcome to Men's League TV Week 7, July 14th. Well, yesterday we had Ryan Valley and Matt Delorier go low, each scoring 24 points, but Valley won the draw for the first place overall prize and $35. Unfortunately for Delorier, they're both in the same flight, so Matt goes away empty-handed. Mark Cosenzo also had a fine day, amassing 23 points, as did 33 other players who had 20 or more points. Well, John McDonald gave the field a break by not showing up the last 2 weeks, but he showed up last night and again was low gross. It seems that every time he plays, he's our best player. Yesterday, his 1 under par 34 was one better than Dave McDonald at 35 and Greg Chambers at 36. Well, very, very good, John. David Rogers has now claimed the number one overall spot in the standings with 131 points, one better than Ben Butler. He's averaging about 18.5 points a week, and that's a good pace and should put him in a good position to start eliminating his poor scores after week 12. Rounding up the top three is Dave Nicholson. Well, in fantasy golf, Dan Evoy literally stole this week's win with a 59-point effort. That's the lowest point total I think I've ever seen win fantasy golf in the 2 years we've been running it. And his effort of Matt Delorier, Steve Liddell, and Corey Domenico not only won, but he won by 2 over Toby Burkett, who had 57 points, with John Kennedy, Bruce McDonald, and Greg Chambers. In the overall standings, Mike Divins has taken over first place with 376 points, 3 better than Chris Kelly, who was last year's champion. Divins has Shanette, Adam Ladroot, and Chris Browning, while Kelly has Alan Belmer, Jordan Dempster, and Adam Ladroot. Well, another week, and Team Al Tahab has continued their torrid pace. The team is averaging over 40 points a week. Last night, they got another 40-point week, and now they have 281 points, and they've opened up a 5-point gap over Team Trenholm, which is an amazing story because Team Trenholm lost a lot of players from last year, so he's rebuilding when Captain Stu Lawrence and Herb St. Hill left for the Satellite League. But it now looks more of a reload, not a rebuild. 11 teams passed the 40-point or better mark yesterday, led by Team Sheridan, Team Lockyer, and Team Beggs, each with 42. One match yesterday, the Bonesteel Carom were defeated by Byrne and Fritsch. Phil Byrne played outstanding, and really it was no contest yesterday. Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about hole prizes. They're back next week, and I would urge you to go to the website and take a look at which holes are being sponsored. I will be talking about the sponsors at the end of this video, so please, if you have need for their services or their goods, I would ask you to contact the sponsor. In many cases, in all cases actually, the emails are there, and many times you know these people. So please help them out. They've helped us out, and we'd be grateful if you patronize the business. Now, on the closest to the pin prizes, I would ask you to use a tape measure, and if you are closer than anyone else, put your name and the length in inches on the scorecard. That's to prevent somebody from taking the card away from the pin after you've left and forgetting to put it back, so at least you know where it was. So the next person that comes along, if they're not closer than the previous person on the card, they know that they weren't closer and that the card was moved. That's why we have the tape measures there. So I would ask you to do that. In skins yesterday, we had several skins winners. In net skins, it was Ken Richardson and Ben Butler splitting the prize, $35 each. A skins, we had Andrew Shanette and Glenn Noonan, each getting $80. At B skins, we have several winners, 6 of them: Doug McGregor, Chris Burkers, Stephen Aerosmith, Jeff Stanley, Chris Burkers again, and Steve Fleck, each winning $25 for their skins. C skins saw 3 skins of Jeff Cordes, Matt Delorier, and Mike Antonello, $50 each. And in D skins, Ken Richardson and Ben Butler will split $80. Hidden partners this week, we had a perfect score of 44 when Glenn Goodkey and Ken Richardson found each other in the hidden partner random draw. Each got 22 points and scored 44 and win $25. Top net in each flight, Chris DeRuiter in A, Jeff Stanley in B, Ryan Valley in C, and Mark Asenzo in D. Ryan Valley was top overall, wins $35. And Fantasy Golf, of course, it was Danny Boy that won. I just want to congratulate Jeff Stanley for his eagle on number 5, and Aiden Coyle, who's now 2 birdies away from winning the Net Ringer Challenge. He needs a birdie on 6 and 7 to win the Gross Ringer Challenge. Yesterday he birdied number 8 to move 1 step closer. First, I want to talk a bit about our sponsors. On the first hole, we have 3 sponsors. They're not hole prizes per se. 2 of them are for Fantasy Golf, and Sunbent Rentals gives us merchandise for the men's clothes. But TD Wealth Management, and a little biased on this one because my son works for them. If you have someone to manage your money, give them a call. They're very good, and they sponsor a $300 Pro Shop certificate. Mackenzie McDonald and Game Plan has been so supportive of our league, and he sponsors the $25 weekly prize for Fantasy Golf. And as I mentioned before, Jeff Granger at Sunbent Rentals donates a very generous prize for men's clothes. So if you need any of those services, please patronize their services. Number 2, J.P. McAvoy at Conduct Law is the lawyer. He does wills and estates. I recently moved my business over to him when my lawyer retired, and I'm been very, very happy with him. So give them a call if you have to get something done in that regard. New sponsor this year, but not a new player, Kevin Jardine and Ottawa Valley Uniforms. I've known Kevin for a long time. I know when I was the principal of St. Peter's, I did a lot of business with Kevin, ordering 600-700 t-shirts a year for my grade 7-8 students. Everything was done to perfection, on time, and very, very professionally done. He certainly takes the time to make sure things are done right. So if your business needs uniforms, if you think you need something like in those areas, give Kevin a call. Gifford Car Insurance and Peter Robotham. Peter, they are insurance brokers for personal and business insurance. And if you need that type of service, give Peter a call as well. I've got his email down on the website. Of course, Dave McBride, being so generous with us over the years. Tim Hortons has donated several Tim Hortons cards, and he's sponsoring hole number 8, both the closest to the hole and farthest for the hole, and you get a $25 Tim Hortons card. And finally, the last sponsor is us at Men's League. I'm certainly hoping to replace us with someone else, but I think it will happen. It's a $25 Pro Shop certificate for longest first putt on 9. So there you have it. Those are our sponsors for now, and don't be surprised to see more in the future.